Greetings YouTube, welcome back to the Maternal channel. I am Marcus, bringing you another video for Cardfight Vanguard Overdress. In this video, we will be venturing through the new right lines that was being revealed for the third set of Lyrical Monasterio. And as you have noticed from the Lyrical Booster 03 poster sign, we actually have 6 of them. In this video, we will be going through the only other glitter right line that we actually don't have for Lyrical Monasterio, Michu. So let's take a look at what Michu actually brings to the table for Lyrical Monasterio. First off is the Grade 1, Happy Shopping Michu. Although when this unit is placed by writing from a Grade 0 with Michu in its card name, search your deck for up to 1 all set. Put it into your order zone and shuffle your deck. And of course the glitter skill. So basically gives you an all set, basically a set order, which is this card, when you write on top of your Grade 0, which you should be running the Grade 0 Michu. There's really nothing much to talk about. It's basically there to fetch out your all set. This all set is one of the key components for Michu to actually function as a deck, as well as unlocking some of the skills that Michu actually have in her arsenal. Let's move on to all set. All set is in set order. Active order zone. If you have a Vanguard with Michu in its card name, cost, rest this card, soul charge 1, choose up to 1 Cannonball from your hand and put it into your order zone. This card actually gives you a soul by only resting this set order, which is super nice because Michu actually does use quite a bit of soul. What's more, this also allows you to play the Cannonball set order, which is this card, which will normally cost 1 counterblast in order to play this card to the order zone. Alongside all set, you basically negate the counterblast. Although this does not take away from the once per turn limitation of your order play, you can still play 1 counterblast to play another order, because this all set here, it only says put to your order zone. So there's a difference between putting an order card to order zone and playing an order card in the order zone. So do keep that in mind, as you don't limit yourself to like only playing 1 order card per turn. You might think that this is a -1 since you need to have Cannonball order in your card in order to put it in the order zone. Well, the Cannonball actually lets you draw a card, so you don't actually minus a lot from this whole combo, which is super nice. And of course, this does mean that you only need 1 all set in the whole deck, which is actually super nice. And the design is actually not too bad. And I don't think you will want to play more than 1 all set, because more than 1 all set seems a bit overkill, because you can only play 4 Cannonball at this point in time. Unless of course Bushiro decided to give more Cannonball cards, then that's a different story. Next is of course the other order card that Michu actually has, which is Flower Cannonball. You need to play 1 Counterblast as mentioned before in order to play this card. Although when this card is put into your order zone, you draw a card. Hence why it's not a -1 if you use all set skill to put Flower Cannonball to the order zone. Active order zone. If you have a Grade 3 or greater card with Michu in its card name, put this card into your drop and change all your Vanguard's Cannonball abilities to auto Vanguard Circle. When this unit attack, cost Soul Blast 2, choose 3 of your units and they get 10k power until the end of turn. So it's basically a 1 set combo with all set. And since the right line actually lets you search out the all set, I think it's very nice, and you get to basically filter a lot of hand while still gaining your soul resources, which is super nice. And this card actually changing one of the skills on the Vanguard, in particularly your Grade 3 Michu, which is actually a very creative idea. What's more, the Soul Blast 2 to give 3 units the 10k power, in particularly Nokuno, is actually going to be very crucial for the whole deck game plan. We will talk about that in a second. For the Grade 2 Michu, Sparkling Summer Michu. Although when this unit is placed by writing from a Grade 1 with Michu in its card name, look at the top 5 cards from your deck and choose up to 1 card with Nokuno in its card name or a Cannonball. Reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. And of course the glitter skill. So this basically helps you filter out either Nokuno or the Cannonball, which for some reason I put it in a slightly inverted order. These 2 cards are actually very crucial for Michu to actually achieve her full potential, if that makes sense. Although top 5 isn't exactly the most consistent, because you can still whiff. Even top 7 it has a really good chance of whiffing, but hey, top 5 to filter out Cannonball as well as Nokuno, I think it's really nice. What's more, this is basically free, so can't really complain about that. As for which card to take, either Nokuno or Cannonball, I think I would much prefer you to get the Cannonball, because you definitely will have all set at the order zone. So this card is basically like a free +1 draw, as well as dig your deck even deeper for your combo pieces. And who knows, once you use all set to put Cannonball to the order zone, you might just draw Nokuno, which is a very positive trade if you ask me. For the grade 3, the boss unit, first to hit towards a dream, Michu. Active Vanguard Circle once per turn. If your Order Zone has an all set, cast Counterblast 1, draw a card, choose a card from your hand and call it to Remory Circle or discard it. Cannonball, auto Vanguard Circle. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, cast Soul Blast 2, choose one of your opponent's Rearguard, retire it, and this unit gets 5k power until the end of that battle. And of course the glitter skill. So the first skill is actually very nice for building up the board. This is actually quite similar to Leonore, the BT one, not the TD one, which helps you build your board and basically dig deeper into your deck for, you know, potentially a key pieces, which I think is going to be like a very good skill on its own already. The second skill is going to depend on if you're going first or second. If you're going first, you will definitely need to use Soul Blast 2 to retire something and give something plus 5k. And since Nokuno also needs your opponent to be at grade 3, I think it's best for you to just like retire something and give us something 5k. It's not really the end of the world. It's still really decent. Soul usage here might pile up because, you know, you are Soul Blasting 2, and not to mention there are some other cards that basically uses the soul, and in order for you to soul charge, this also means that you are going to deck out like a very faster rate than typical decks. But I don't think it will be an issue if you are really careful with your resources. Now here is the other piece of the puzzle for the glitter skill. Shy Singing Voice Nokuno, auto drop zone. When a card is put into your order zone, if you do not have a unit with Nokuno in its card name, cast Soul Blast 1 to call this card to your back or rear guard circle. If there are 2 copies of this card in the drop, you can only call 1. This is basically similar to Maple from Stoicheia, which will basically recall herself whenever you personal right. So yeah, this is basically that, but with order zone. As for the glitter skill, auto back row center rear guard circle. At the end of the battle, your Vanguard attack, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, cast Counterblast 1 and discard a card to stand this unit, and this unit exchange position with your Vanguard. At the end of the turn, exchange the swap unit's positions. Your soul does not change. So yeah, this card basically lets the whole Michu deck have a 4 attack, with 2 of those attack being the Vanguard attack. So it's actually very not bad. So in order to revive her, you basically need to use the Cannonball skill. Not necessarily by paying 1 Counterblast to play that Cannonball in order to revive her. You can basically just use all set and pay 1 soul to call her out if she is in a drop zone or being retired on your opponent's turn. So since this is a Soul Blast 1, alongside the grade 3 Michu as well as Cannonball, you are using 3 soul per turn. Of course, if Nokuno is not dead, then it's fine. You don't need to use that 1 soul. And since this card does not really restrict to how many Nokuno you're able to be on the rearguard circle, you are able to spam it for every single time you play or put a card to the order zone, which is something to think about, although the soul is going to be a problem. So Michu is actually more advantageous if you're going second, because most of the combos are locked behind needing your opponent to be at grade 3 or greater. So yeah, it's something to think about. And with the introductions to this kind of going second advantage, I think the theory that says you go first and you win is going to be like a very blurred out at this moment. So depending on what deck you're playing, going first or going second can be advantageous. However, the one weakness that I foresaw for the whole Michu deck is whenever Nokuno uses her skill to swap herself and the Vanguard to swap positions, you need to be very careful and gauge whether or not Drajuot actually have that Blitz order, as well as that 1 grade 3, I think it's Bodis, on the rearguard circle. Because since the grade 3 Michu became a rearguard after she attacks, the Drajuot player actually is able to retire it. And if the grade 3 Michu is being retired, you are stuck with a grade 1 Nokuno, which is not great. But I may be wrong on this ruling. Unless there's a new ruling came out for this card, I think that's basically the way to go. Next is the support card, Crystal Clear Sparkle Aura. Auto rearguard circle. When attack this unit boosted hits, cost retire this unit, search your deck for up to 1 order card, reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. This is not really restricted to Michu. I mean, there are other right lines within the 6 new right lines for Lyrical does need this card to basically fetch out their order cards. But this card in a Michu deck is actually not too bad. Although you only need to search like 4 Cannonball. That's it, because all set you will only be playing at 1 and that card is going to be filtered out by the time you write the grade 1. So it's mainly here to get the Cannonball. There are other right lines that basically needs to use this, in particularly Lutetia as well as Kyoka. Those two decks actually focus around their order card. Next up, we have Shudder Chance Ilse? Auto Rigor Circle. When the attack this unit boosts hits a Vanguard, if all set is in your order zone, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 1 glitter or set order from among them, reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. If you reveal a card, put this unit at the bottom of your deck. So yeah, this is basically more filter. Be it a Personal Right or a Cannonball, this is a very, very good consistency unit, but he needs to boost to attack hit the Vanguard. So it's not really that great, but at the same time, it's one of your better options for you to get your consistency going. The skill is free, which is why it's only limited to luck at top 5 whenever that column attack hits. So I guess it's you can't really complain that much about it. And what sucks is that she will return to the bottom after using her skill, which I find it not that great, because losing her for a card that you are going to use the next turn is like, you know, not really that great, especially from a defensive standpoint. Next up is I'm on stage Ronove. Continuous Regular Circle, Guardian Circle. If all set is in your auto zone, this unit gets 5k power and 5k shield. So yeah, a 13k attacker with a 10k intercept is super, super nice actually. And it's not like those great one that basically gains 5k and 5k shield, which I tend to dislike because, you know, he has to be in the hand and it's very situational for you to throw down the guard. Whereas for a grade 2 that has the similar skill is actually super nice because she can intercept and still get that shield value out of it. Can we have more of this card in other nation as well? I mean, we do have, just that they are not really that great. Next is Shine Brighter Than the Sun Vine. Auto Vigor Circle. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if all set is in your order zone, this unit gets 5k power until the end of that battle. Then, cost, put a set order from your drop on the bottom of your deck, and this unit gets 5k power until the end of that battle. This is a beefy attacker while also recycling your Cannonball order. I mean, your Cannonball order will definitely be in your drop zone because you want to basically use the skill to give 3 units the 10k power. And what's more, you definitely want to give the power to Nokuno because she will be a Vanguard attack after that. She is going to be a 33 to 33k attacker depending if you Personal Right or use the Cannonball order skill, that is. It's kind of sucked that this card actually puts that set order from the drop to the bottom of the deck. Because at this moment, Lyrical does not really have skills that basically shuffle the deck, so you are never going to see that set order ever again, which does suck big time. Lastly, we have Schedule in Progress Remory. Auto Rigor Circle. When this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater, if all set is in your order zone, this unit gets 5k power until the end of that battle. Second skill, Auto Rigor Circle. When this unit attack hits, cost Soul Blast 1 and to choose a Cannonball card from your drop and put it into your order zone. So this is like a very, very weird 15k restriction attacker, because she needs to attack a grade 3 or greater and she needs to check all set is in your order zone. I mean, the all set is very easy to achieve, but why the attack a grade 3 or greater? It's a very, very weird restriction. And also, this is a Cannonball recycler. Although the soul here, you see why I said the soul is going to be an issue, because a lot of the skills actually cost a lot of soul. So if you don't manage your soul well, not only are you not able to activate skills, you will be decking out too, because you need to spend more resources to basically soul charge, which not that great. And that is all for this video. Do let me know down in the comment section on what do you think of Michu. For me, this card is a refreshing idea, and it's not every single day that you see a Bermuda Triangle retiring opponent stuff, be it just the one card. Do like and subscribe if you like this video, and of course during the bell notification icon so that you don't miss a video I upload. With that being said, I'll see you all on the field.